Hi, good morning, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Yeah, guys, can you please confirm? Is I'm audible?
Good morning, sir. You are audible.
Yeah, thank you, guys. So, guys, let's continue from the last session. Just give me a second. I think some guys, Anshu, I think, Anshu. Anyone, guys, has been joined for the today's class? Ashwini, I think today is your first class. Ashwini, can you hear me? And somebody with the name like Bobby Bas. Bobby, is it your first class? Can you please respond?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, today is your first class. Okay. Okay. So guys, I think I can see some couple of people who has been joined. Okay, Bobby, you have joined. Kashmini, you have joined today's class. Yeah. So guys, I think I can see a couple of people who joined for the today's class. Today is your first class. So actually the batch was already started, guys. It's not happened much. Only thing is currently some kind of an Python classes are going on. Python, just like a refreshment classes are going on. So if you already have the idea about Python, it's no worries about that. If you do not have the idea also, there is no need to worry about that because not that much has been important concepts here. Just a small few concepts are required. So only those concepts, if you study, that is going to be sufficient for that. Just we have to understand those particular concepts only, guys. So mainly main concepts, if you talk about that from yesterday only, we have started with the main concepts. That is going to be what is Python modules we have been got. So if you have any questions at the end, I'll give you some 10 minutes time, guys. So we can discuss some few points regarding that actually. Okay, if you have any questions, who has been joined for the today's class? So if you have been today, you have been joined your first class. So if any questions are there, I will clarify. I'll take up the questions at the end of the session, guys. Just please wait up to the end of the session. I can give you 10-15 minutes of time so that I can answer all your questions. Okay. So main machine learning, the data science was not started. We have started with the core concepts of Python only. We have been got started with the core Python. Just a few classes of core Python have been taken. Basic classes only, guys. So just I can tell you like what topics are there also, so that you can learn by yourself also, or I can take some resources and all these things. You can do it actually. Okay. So yesterday I started with the Python modules, guys. So what is Python modules? I have been got talked about that. So Python is all about working with classes and functions only, guys. Python is all about working with functions and the classes only, guys. I told you the difference between a class and a function actually. Class is nothing but which is going to be the specification about an object. So from the class, we have to first create an object actually, guys. First, we have to create the object. If it is a class, we have to create an object. If it is a function, we can directly call the function actually, guys. So functions can be called directly. Classes, we have to create an object of the class. And once you create the object, then there are going to be some kind of a methods. We are going to be having some attributes to work with that particular object. We can work with them actually. Functions are nothing but some kind of a generalized functionalities, which we can work with them actually. So Python is all about working with the classes and functions only. We are going to do that. Once again, class is going to create an object. Function, we are going to call it. What is the function is going to do? It is going to return some kind of an object. It is going to return actually, guys. So that is the difference between a class and a function. The class and a function is going to be almost all, both looks like a same only, but only the thing is when you just create an object of a class, and whenever we are going to call a function, it is going to return some kind of an object. It is going to return. That is what we have been discussed in the previous classes. So, but in Python, all these classes and functions are going to be gets coming as a module into your system actually, guys. They will comes into module. What is a module? I told you guys, a module is nothing but a .py file. A module is nothing but the .py file, which is available in a system, which is going to contains a set of classes, and we are going to be having a set of functions. It can be and or actually, guys. That means both classes and functions will be there. Only classes may be there. Only functions also may be there. I don't say that every time it will contain classes and functions and or. It can be either classes and functions, or classes or functions also can be there. Either this or either that also will be available. So that is what we have been got discussed about. What is a module actually? So initially we started with the modules. So whenever we open Python, the first step is going to be, guys, there is a built-in library or a built-in module called as the name of that particular package is going to be built-ins is the name of the package actually, guys. So name of the module. The name, it's a name of the module actually, guys. It's a name of the module itself is built-ins, which is a built-in module which comes along with the Python only. There are so many built-in modules are there. Yesterday we have been already seen about a math module also. I have been got shown you about that. I told you there are so many built-in modules are there. OS, which is going to be, we are having something called as a date time. We are going to be having something called as an RE, regular expression, which is going to be something called as a zip file, etc., etc. actually, guys. So many are there. So many libraries are there actually, guys. So many modules are there. I told you how to see the list of modules also. I have been shown you guys. Multiple options are there. Multiple options are there actually, guys. So once if you install the Python, you can see the Python option here, guys. You can see the Python option we can see here. And simply you can open that particular Python 3.11. And there we are going to be using the option called as an Python 3.11 module docs are there. Either you can open like this actually, guys, or I told you another way also, I told you about that, which is going to be just open python.org. Go to python.org, guys. In that, you can see something called as a docs. You can download the Python software from here, the Python doc, the software. There only you are going to be having the documentation is available. Docs is there. Inside that, we are going to be having the library reference is also going to be there. So we can see which is going to be the Python standard library, guys. These are all going to be comes along with the Python only. It is going to comes actually, guys. Okay. So these are going to be some of the built-in types are there. And you can see all these are going to be some of the modules, what we can see it actually, guys. If you want, I can just increase the font size and I can show you the application, guys. Can you see? So these are all some kind of a libraries actually, guys, some kind of a classes. String is a class. It's a string is a class actually, or we can call it a string is a class, which is going to belongs to some kind of a module actually. But there is a string module is also there, guys. So later we'll understand that. I told you, regular expression is going to be one, datetime is going to be one. So many are there, but all of them are not going to be required. Yesterday we discussed about math, statistics is going to be there, randoms we are going to be having. So many options we are going to be having it actually, guys. So zip file, if you want to go for something like a data compressions, we are having something called as a zip file is going to be the option what we can see. Like that, there are so many kind of a libraries are there or modules which comes along with the Python actually. And I told you all of them are not going to be developed by the Python. That means these are all developed by the Python only, guys. These are Python standard libraries only. But along with that, we are going to be having some kind of an which we can see. There are going to be some kind of a libraries which are contributed by some external communities. They have been contributed. Here you don't find NumPy. Here we don't have pandas. Here we don't have TensorFlow. We don't use you don't use all the libraries actually, guys. These are only the Python core libraries only, the base libraries which comes along with the Python. But there are some external libraries are there. I'll tell you that external libraries also later. I'm going to talk about that. Leave it for the timing. But yesterday I told you how to import these libraries actually, guys. By default, this built-in library is already loaded actually, guys. It is, we can say that it is going to be pre-imported or there are going to be preloaded actually, guys. That means this library you need not to import it. It is already imported by default. Whatever we are using up to now, like list, tuples, these are all classes only, guys. List, tuple, we are having a set, we have a dictionary, we have a range. All these are going to be comes under the classes only, guys. Examples of classes. Examples of classes. How to see it also I shown you. Whenever we talk about something like functions, like which is going to be length and which is going to be nothing but type, which is a print, all these, etc., etc. These are going to be comes under the functions concept, what we are going to get it actually, guys. How to see the difference also, I have shown you about that. As I told you, if you open this particular Python, the documents, if I have to open, once again, I'll open it, guys. So go to the Python, which is going to be 3.11.2. Python, which is going to be 3.11.2. You have to go to that particular one or 3.11. And there we are going to be having the module docs are there actually, guys. Open the module docs. It will open the documents actually. Just a second, it will open it. It will open it actually, guys. There you can see all the list of the built-in. Built-in means that comes along with the Python itself, guys. Can you see? These are all built-in modules. Math is a built-in module, I told you. Built-ins is another module. By default, this is a built-ins module actually, guys. Click on that. So yesterday we have been seen. If anybody has missed yesterday's class, guys, these are going to be the classes actually, guys. See, these are all some, it's well differentiating actually, guys. These are all classes. So whatever there are going to be coming here, there are going to be classes actually, guys. All these are classes. So whenever there is going to be a pink color border is there, it is going to be classes actually, guys. Scroll it down. Wait till that orange color comes actually, guys. Orange color bar will come actually, guys. So once if you start with the orange color bars, then these are going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as functions actually, guys. Every package will contain, every module is going to contain some kind of a functions and classes will be there actually, guys. See, guys, all these are the classes what we can see. What are the classes actually, guys? I didn't discuss about all the classes, but also all the functions. But some of the functions I told you actually, guys. ID is a function which I already told you about, which will tell you the ID of the object. And we already know this actually, guys. Every object will have a unique ID. This is guaranteed to be unique among some simultaneously existing object. Even we have already discussed about a input function we have been discussed. Even input is also function, guys. I told you about a function called as a length function. I have told about that. So many functions are there actually, guys. Even if you remember, next function also I already told you, the iterables. In iterables object, I already discussed about iter and we already discussed about the what is going to be the next method, next function actually, guys. These are all functions, guys. These are all going to be comes under a category called as an functions. Even print is also going to be a function actually, guys. All of the functions are not required, but some of the functions are going to be required, guys. Later we'll see that particular application slowly actually. Okay, so this is going to be the one which we are going to be gets talking about how we are going to be gets working with this particular so-called as in the function. So any functions, any library you open it actually, guys. For example, open the math library yesterday. I shown you the math library actually, guys. In math library, we have only functions are there. For example, open another library called as n, which is going to be date time libraries there actually, guys. There is a date there is going to be something called as a date time package is going to be there actually, guys. Can you see? This is going to be every file is available as a package only, guys. Can you see? Date time dot which is going to be .py. Date time dot which is going to be .py. It is available as a .py file. Can you see? These are all classes actually, guys. Easily we can identify. All these are the classes. Even there is containing some kind of a functions also may be there, may not be there. See, there are no functions at all actually, guys. All are classes only. All of them are going to be classes only, guys. There is no package, there is no functions are available. Like that, every module is going to be available. I told you about a package called as a module called as an OS. Don't get confused, guys. Sometimes I'm saying package, sometimes I'm saying that it is going to be. There are little bit same only, but I'll tell you the difference actually, guys. We can find out the difference actually, guys. Can you see? All these are going to be some kind of the classes what we have it. If it is a pink color border is there, it is going to be function, the classes. Now you can see that there are going to be some kind of a functions are there. Okay, I'll tell you all this data also, I'll tell you later in the later classes. So every module that comes into your system is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as a module actually, guys. I'll tell you what is the difference between package and a module. See, for some names we are getting like packages actually. Come down. These are all some kind of a packages we install additionally, guys. We install additionally, we have been installed it actually, guys. You can see some packages like which is going to be NumPy. NumPy is a package actually, guys. NumPy is a package. It is an external packages. They are not done by they are not created by Python community. There are some external packages what we can see, guys. So we can see these are going to be the classes what we have it. So many are there. It's not like the previous one. So many classes will be there. So we have to go through the documentation and we have to study it. These are all the functions that are available in the NumPy library. I'll tell you what is the difference between library and a module. But as of now, I'm talking about the modules concept actually, guys. Go back. So yesterday I shown you about math library, the math module I told you. This is going to be the math module actually, guys. It's a built-in module. Very clearly, this module provides the access to all the mathematical functions. It is going to tell you about that. Like that, we can just work on all these kind of an applications actually. So first of all, we have to understand this, guys. What is module? What is a class? What is a function? So just basically if you understand them, then we can go for an application. So once again, yesterday I told you how to import a library, guys, or how to import a module, which is going to be a simple technique only. Import. What is going to be the name of the module, which is going to be the module as, which is going to be some kind of an alias name. So yesterday I already shown you the math module actually, guys. This is not a mandatory. This is only just an optional. What is the purpose of that also? I told you about that. Simply I can say import math. When you said import math, simply we can say math dot, everything is going to be math dot square root of 100. It is going to be math dot, which is going to be power of, which is going to be 2, 10 power or POW, I think 2 to the power of 10. But yesterday I told you some kind of a functions also, guys. Math dot, which is factorial. You can also find the factorial of a number. Not only that, even we have finded LCM and GCDs also we find it of. LCM is a function which will take flexible arguments. I told you star stands for flexible arguments. You can pass as many arguments, you can pass it actually. What is going to be the least common multiple of 4, 5, 6? Yesterday we have seen, I think 60 is going to be the least common multiple, right? And even we have been discussed about what is math.gcd, the greatest common divisor actually. We have seen 24 and 36, for example. You can give as many numbers. It is going to be 12 is going to be the greatest common divisor. So Python basically says that if you want to perform any functionality, first of all, check out, is there any predefined function is there in Python, which comes along with a particular module. So what you can do is just call that particular function. If it is a part of a module, just import the module. Just we are importing actually, guys. Importing means nothing but what we are going to do is all that particular classes and functions are ready to use. All that particular functions are ready to use. Otherwise, what will happen here is they don't execute actually, guys. By default, we can use all the classes and all the functions only from the built-ins only. It is preloaded or pre-imported. Remaining all of them, unless and until you don't import, we can't use it, guys. Unless and until you don't import, we can't use them. Why? Because if they are imported, then only the functions are going to be ready to use. It is nothing but just like in C language, if you remember, it is equivalent to, in C language, we'll say hash include stdio.h. If anybody has learned the Python, I can say that hash include std.io.h. Same as it is, we are going to be importing it actually. Same otherwise in Java, if you see import, which is going to be import, I said java dot, which is going to be lang.utils, or which is going to be lang dot, which is star, something like that, they will import it. There are multiple ways are there. I'll tell you one by one, I'll tell you the application, guys. Okay. So anywhere you can do, whether you do it in ideal, whether you do it here, does not matter. For the timing, I'm going to be using the ideal. I'm using it actually, guys, so that you can understand easily. So that you can understand it easily, I'm using ideal. But as of now, I'm using Jupyter Notebook. So ideal is a simple console application from the Python. You can use it actually, guys. So once again, I'll showing guys. Simply, I have been imported the library. Import, which is math as M. Now you can say M dot. You can get every help actually, guys. Help of M. Execute, guys. We are going to be getting some kind of an which is going to be squeeze text will be there. It very clearly, right click on that. You can copy it. I told you, you can open a notepad and you can paste it there actually, guys. You can open it and you can paste it there actually, guys. All of them are functions only, guys. The same documentation is coming here also actually, guys. Every documentation is the same. This documentation is exactly the same only, guys. ACOS, which we can see that everything same only, guys. Functions. This module provides access to the mathematical function defined by the C standard. Very clearly, help on the built-in module called as a math. Help on the built-in module called as a math. If you want import, which is going to be OS. Unless and until you don't import, you can't ask the help actually, guys. For example, if I say help, if I say date time, it says that I didn't find any such kind of a date time. You have to import it. Unless and until import it, even you can't get the documentation also. I imported OS. I said help, which is going to be OS. Execute, guys. Squeeze the text is there, which is going to be, if you can see, if you can observe carefully, guys, in math module, it is only just 287 lines. But in OS, you see 1526 lines are there actually, guys. Right click and copy it and come here. Open a notepad, paste it there. Open a notepad and paste it there. Can you see, guys? os.py. It is available as a file actually, guys. os.py. You can see it actually, guys. Help on the module called as an OS. So these are going to be some kind of an OS routine operations, what we can do that. This is just like your operating system applications, guys. Like you can create the folders, you can move the files, you can copy the files, you can delete the files, you can rename the files, renaming of folders, all those operations, what we can do. It is also showing us what is a class, every class of documentation it is telling about. Everything we can see with an application actually. Okay. So like that, for every functionality you are using, there is going to be some kind of an documentation will be available. Exercise, we can just explore the documentation and try to find out how it will works and what we have to do with that. For every function, for every concept, we'll have it actually, guys. For example, in math, what is going to be help the math? Help the math means complete documentation is coming. Help, have a look at this. Help, which is going to be nothing but it is m dot square root. You're asking the help for the m dot square root actually, guys. M dot square root is a built-in function in the module called as a math library, guys. Math is important. You have to use it. What it is going to return, it is written in the square root of x. It's a built-in function. It is a built-in function actually, guys. Isn't it? Like that, for everywhere, anywhere you can find it off. Every documentation you can find it off. Entire module documentation if you want to find out, or a single function or a single class, whatever you want, we can do that. Have a look at this. Import, which is going to be, actually it is not required actually, guys. Actually, it is not required, but I'm importing the built-ins. It's not required because by default built-ins is already there. It is already ready to use. You need not to import it separately. Now, if you want, ask it, help, what is going to be built-ins dot? See guys, help the built-ins dot, which is going to be nothing but built-ins dot. For example, I said len function actually, guys. It is going to tell you what is that. You need not to say like this, guys. Even if you said help len, that is also sufficient. Both of them are going to be same only. Even if you said built-ins dot length or only length, nothing matters about that. But square root, we cannot do like this, guys. If you said help square root, you will get an error. By default, it thinks that square root is going to belongs to, which is going to be, by default, square root is going to belongs to the built-ins library. It thinks that, but it is not belongs to the built-ins library. It belongs to math library. So help the square root, it will give an error. But help m dot square root, it will give you the output because it belongs to math module. But length is going to belongs to built-ins module. No need to say built-ins dot length. You can simply say length also, we can say. Both outputs are same. Help on the built-in function length in the module built-ins. Length returns the number of items in a container. Both our results are same. Both the results are same, guys. Can you see the difference? Built-ins dot length. It is a function. If you said what is a class, let us say if you ask what is the help of a list. List is not a function. List is a class. So it is going to tell you about what is going to be the methods, all these things it will tell you. Generally, whenever we are working with the class, it will show you all the specifications. Whenever it is a function, just it will tell you like this, what it returns. But same example, you ask what is going to be help of the, which is going to be list. List is a class. So we'll get a lot of documentation for that. So this is a lot of documentation. Help on the class list in the module called as a built-ins, but we have a lot of documentation. What are the methods associated with them? You can see all the list of associated methods. But function is not like that. So easily we can differentiate it actually, guys. Very clearly it is telling that help on the class, it is help on the function. It's a single line documentation. But for class, it is not like that. It will tell you the description of the class, what are the methods associated with them. All the list will come actually. That is a class. But for function, we don't get all these kind of a classes actually, guys. We don't get all this list. Like that, any module, you can just import it and then you can start utilizing it actually. So just for a small timing, guys, I'm going to show you how we have to work with them actually. Just a small timing. Import, which is going to be OS. Just a second. Import, which is going to be OS. OS is nothing but another library actually, guys. As I told you, we can perform all the operating system related commands and all these things, what we can do. Hope all of you have an idea, guys. For example, you know how to create a folder. You know how to create a folder in the D drive or C drive. You can create it actually, guys. Go to the D drive, guys. And I'm trying to create a folder. You know how to create it, guys. Right click, new, and we are going to say folder. This is GUI based. Instead of that one, you know how to do it by using command based also actually, guys. This is a command prompt, D drive. I'm going to the D drive, guys. In the D drive, I'm doing a folder creation actually, guys. mkdir. I'm creating a folder called as, which is going to be new folder 1. Immediately in the D drive, there is a folder called as a new folder 1 will be created actually, guys. A new folder 1 will be created. It will create it actually, guys. Can you see? Just now I created new folder 1. It is on 31st March 2023 at 9:30 at 9:43 a.m. Just now we have been got created. Now same operation, if you want to do it in Python, then what we have to do? Same command you have to execute in the Python. But Python does not have any command called as an make mkdir. Mkdir is not a Python command. It is an Windows command or a DOS command, what we can say that. So what you have to do is, guys, in the OS library, we are having a function called as an system. We are having a function called as an system actually, guys. Do you want to get the help? You get the help actually, guys. OS dot, which is going to be system. Okay, what it is a built-in function. System in the module called as an NT. NT OS, both of the names are same, guys. System, what is a command you have to write it actually, guys. So how to call the function, guys, now? OS dot, which is going to be system. Have a look at this one, guys. OS dot system in single quotes, we have to write the command actually, guys. mkdir, where to create it? It is going to be in the D drive. In that, I have to create a folder, what we are going to call it as. The name of the folder is going to be, let us say that it is going to be new folder 2. That's it actually, guys. What you are trying to do actually, guys. You are trying to create a folder which is going to be mkdir, which is going to be this one actually, guys. Actually, it was not created, guys. I'll tell you what is the reason also. I can tell you later. Right now, don't worry about this, guys. Okay. So see, guys, you have got 0. 0 means success. Other than 0, if you got anything, means it is a failure actually, guys. Nothing is there. Backward slash means system will get confused with that. We have to use a double backward slash. Don't worry. I'm not worried about those particular concepts. Now refresh it actually, guys. You can see a folder with a name called as new folder 2 has been got created. 2 ways I created, guys. This I created it from my Windows, my DOS prompt. This I have been created by using the Python application. I have been got to use it actually. But how I executed? With the help of a particular library called as OS. Inside that, we are having a function called as a system function. OS.system. Sometimes we have to use it, guys. Sometimes we have to use it whenever we want to represent some DOS commands. We have to use it by using OS.system. Anything, guys. If you want to copy the files, I want to copy the files actually, guys. Let me do one thing. I have a file is there. Let me copy the file actually, guys. age_gender.csv. I want to copy the file from here to this new folder 2. You want to copy it into the new folder 2. You want to copy it. What is the command? You have to use some kind of a command called as generally we are going to be using mv move, which is going to be move mv cp. I think it is going to be copy actually, guys. Copy is going to be the syntax. Syntax is incorrect only. Move or copy. So I want to copy it actually, guys. Copy. Just an example actually, guys. What is the name of the file? In the D drive, I was already there in the D drive. We are having age underscore. It is gender dot, which is going to be CSV. I want to copy it into the folder called as, which is going to be, I said new underscore, which is going to be folder 1 actually, guys. Into the new underscore folder 1, I ask it to copy. The file is a little bit large size file. You can see it, guys. It has been copied. But where it has been copied, not into the folder 2. It is into the folder 1 we have been copied. See, guys, it has been got copied. Now the same application, I want to do it from the Python. So what we have to do? Same technique, OS dot, which is going to be system. If you know the command, you can do it actually, guys. Copy, but we have to specify the path. Just now we have seen no d:// the name of the file, which is going to be age underscore, which is gender dot, which is going to be CSV. To where you want to copy, I want to copy it into D drive // it is going to be new underscore, which is going to be folder 2. We have to get 0 as the output actually, guys. 0 means success. Otherwise, it is going to be failure actually, guys. You got 0. Where it has been copied, you can see that new folder 2. Go to the new folder 2 and do it actually. Check it out. This is the file actually, guys. If you want, I'll delete the file one more time. And again, I will execute the command one more time, guys. I'm going to be, sorry, new folder, sorry, here. Sorry, guys. It is from here we have to do that. Right. Execute actually, guys. Done successfully, guys. I deleted the file. The file was again came back. Why? Because I have been just copied, deleted and copied it one more time. So just to make you understand, guys, it's not a mandatory that everybody has to learn all these things actually. But just I'm telling the idea that this is how we are going to be doing this actually. So anyhow, that is folder 1. Folder 1 is already there, no? That is the reason. So yes or no. So it is asking yes. It will overwrite the file. This is DOS command. I'm doing it by using the DOS prompt actually, guys. Here I have been done by using my Python prompt. It's my Python application actually. In Python, you cannot directly write copy command actually, guys. I cannot directly write a copy command, no. You'll get an error actually, guys. We can't write that. os.system, I have to say, this is not a Python command. It is going to be an OS command. By using that os.system, we have to use it. Like that, every option is there actually, guys. Just an example I'm showing you. It is going to be, I'm importing another library called as an datetime library. I have been imported, guys. Datetime. It's a datetime actually, guys. Try to find out what is going to be datetime. Datetime is another module actually, guys. It is another module actually, guys. Do you want to copy? Copy it. It is a help on the module called as an. You can see it actually. It's very clearly, it will tell you actually, guys. This is the one. Help on the module called as a datetime. So datetime, fast implementation of the datetime type. It allows you to provide all the functionalities related to dates related operations. It's a date related operations actually, guys. Can you see? The file is available as a datetime.py. So every module is available as a .py file only actually, guys. Okay. Now I have been imported a date time. Just I want to know the current time actually, guys. Current date and time. Have a look at this one. Don't worry. Current date and time can be given as, which is going to be datetime dot. We are having another class called as an, which is a datetime dot. We are having a function called as now. What is the currently? What is going to be the current date time? But observe carefully. We are not getting in a proper format actually, guys. You can convert, which is going to be something called as. You have an option called as. Just a second. You can do multiple ways actually, guys. Don't worry. T equal to, I'm just putting into a variable, guys. T dot, which is going to be, we are having a format called as, which is going to be ISO format is there actually, guys. Right. Execute it. Now you see, you will get it in a complete format. We'll get it 2023 0T31 9 hours 51 minutes 03 seconds, and which is going to be 5,36,782 microseconds actually, guys. Again, execute one more time, guys. Time changes actually. Actually, you need not to do this one directly at a time. You can do something like an dot, which is going to be ISO format directly at a time actually, guys. Sorry, it is ISO format. Right. It is going to be ISO format. Again, execute, guys. You can see that every second it will changes actually. So same hours, same minutes, but seconds has been changed. 51 minutes, 54 seconds. Like that, we can just go ahead and we can work with this kind of an application, guys. So it's just an idea that this is how we are going to be gets working in the Python. So you need not to write any logics. You need not to write any particular scripts and all these things. Python is all about calling the functions, or which is going to be calling the class, creating the objects of that particular class. So once if you differentiate between a class and a function, you can master the Python actually, guys. You can master the Python. Just we have to know what is a class, what is a function, how to create an object, and how to call the functions. That if you know that, that is sufficient. We can work with that kind of an applications. So that is the way how we are going to be calling that. But how many packages, how many modules we are going to discuss, guys? So many modules are going to be there, guys, but all modules are not required. But for our perspective, I'm talking about our perspective means for our machine learning, what are the main libraries we are going to use it actually, guys. So now there is a small change actually, guys. So don't get confused with that. Don't worry, even if you don't understand it also, not a problem. As I said that module is nothing but a .py file. Now, what is a package actually, guys? Package is going to be nothing but, what is a package actually, guys? Package is going to be nothing but simply to say that it is a collection of which is going to be modules actually, guys. It is a collection of modules actually, guys. Nothing is there. Module is going to be available as a .py file. It is going to be .py file. If I put all the .py files into a folder, if I put all these .py files into a folder, that is what we are going to call it as package actually, guys. Easy to understand. Technically, there is some other differences there. I don't want to go into those particular details because it is not required for us. Simply way to understand ourselves is nothing but package is nothing but a collection of which is going to be modules. It is available as a folder actually, guys. Package is available as a folder, whereas module is going to be available as a .py file. That's it. Module is a py file, guys. Module is available as a file in your system. See there, when you talk about OS, it is saying that os.py. Whenever I say datetime, if you see the documentation, we are getting datetime.py. But whenever I say it is a module, it is a package, it is not available as a file. Instead of that one, it is available as a folder. So don't worry about that. It's not a mandatory to learn it. For our perspective, we'll always treat, which is going to be a package is nothing but a collection of modules. A module is going to be nothing but a .py file. But one more thing actually, guys, a package can contain sub packages. You know that a package can contain sub packages. A folder can contain another subfolders. So this folder is nothing but the main package. Inside that, again, we can have another sub packages. So there is going to be a package inside a package. I'll tell you later. As of now, not required. Okay. For the timing, forget about all these are not required, guys. Whether it is a module, whether it is a package, importing is the same way. There is no difference. Only thing is the way usage is going to be different actually. Usage is a little bit different, but nothing is going to be the way we usage is going to be different. But remaining things are going to be the same and same as it is the application, guys. Nothing difference is going to take place. Okay. So once again, what is a package and what is going to be a module? I'll show you once the difference I'll show you guys. Have a look at this one actually. Math is a module, guys. Math is a module. It is available as a .py file. Okay, have a look at this one, guys. As I told you, datetime is a package. Sorry, datetime is a module, guys. Come down. Yeah, otherwise you can see here only, guys. Can you see, guys? Datetime.py. In Python 3.11, we are having a lib folder. Inside that, we are having a datetime.py. Now open anything. For example, there is something called as a package. You don't know what is that package, DBM. But observe carefully, guys. Location is the same. Python, which is going to be 311/lib/. Previously, it was available as an datetime.py, but now it is not like this actually, guys. It is dbm/. It is showing you file actually, guys. __init__py. So technically, I told you, there is some differences there. Whenever it is a package, guys, technical I'm talking about. Whenever it is a package, you will be having a file called as an __init__.py. You find out, guys, for any package you see, guys. For example, open this package. See, guys, same 311 lib/test/, which is __init__.py. This is your package. But whenever we open some kind of an library, can you see, guys? In the lib folder, we have directly pathlib which is going to be .py. So modules are available as a .py file. Packages are going to be available as a folder. See, tomlib, okay, tomlib or something it is there. So if you can see the name of that particular folder, inside that we are having __init.py. Folder, guys, it's a folder. But when you talk about a package, it is not like that. For example, if I talk about, it is a package, but whenever we talk about a file, when you talk about a module, you can see it actually, guys. Time it dot, which is going to be py. So if the module is available as a file, if the package, if it is available as a file, it is a module. If it is available as a folder, inside the folder underscore init underscore .py, you find any file actually, guys. For example, let me open NumPy. Let me open NumPy. NumPy is a package. NumPy is a package actually, guys. Okay, where is a package is available, guys? These are third party. That's why if you can see lib, same folder, lib slash site packages slash numpy slash underscore init underscore py. So if it is available as a folder, if it is a package, if it is a module, guys, it is numpy.py, but it is not like that. Numpy slash, it is going to be some file is going to be there. These are what we are going to call it as packages. You open any package, guys, it will be available like that only. Any package, if it is a package, it is available like this, guys. By looking at the name, by looking at the structure, we can identify. Can you see, guys? It is going to be weak reference dot, which is going to be py. It is not a package, it is a module. If it is available directly as a py file, it is a module. If it is not available as a directly like a file, it is going to be package, guys. That's it. That is how do you differentiate between a package and this one actually, guys. All these are packages only, guys. TensorFlow, yesterday I just shown you the application. TensorFlow is a package. How it is available? In the lib folder, in the site packages, we'll be having a TensorFlow folder. Inside the TensorFlow folder, underscore init underscore .py file will be available. It's a very large documentation, guys. That's the reason why it is taking some time. TensorFlow is a very huge library, guys. Previous libraries, within a fraction of a second, they opened it. Within a fraction of a second, they have been opened. But this is taking us a lot of time actually, guys. Why? Because it is going to be taking a lot of time for us. Why? Because that is the reason actually, guys. Have a look at this one. I have a look at this one. It's taking a lot of time actually, guys. All these are comes under packages. Okay. So slowly you will understand, guys. There is no worry about that. So there is no need to worry about those particular things, guys. So just try to understand. Treat both of them are same only, guys. Importing a package is also the same way. Importing a module is also going to be same way. There is no difference at all. There is nothing difference at all actually, guys. Actually, I said module, no. In the place of module, we can also write package also. We can write it actually. So import name of the module as alias name, or import the package name as alias name. So there is one small multiple ways are there. I can just guide you. I can guide you. Like for example, there is a math library is there, guys. In math library, there are so many functions are there, but you want to use only square root. But hope you observe carefully, guys. You want to use only square root, but only for square root, you are importing the entire math library. You are importing the entire math library. Why should I import the entire math library when you require only the square root? So there is another technique is there, guys. It is from the name of the module. See, guys, from the name of the module, import what is going to be the class or what is going to be the function you want to use it. So which class you require, which function you require, import only that one. No need to import the entire module. From math, import square root. That's it actually, guys. Import which is square root. Now there is one advantage is there, guys. Advantage, disadvantage. Advantage is only square root only you can use. Remaining functions they cannot be used. Advantage is no need to write m dot square root, math dot square root not required. Directly square root of 100. Direct method actually, guys. It's a direct method. So generally, whenever the libraries are huge modules, guys, like I shown TensorFlow. TensorFlow is a very huge module actually, guys. TensorFlow is a very huge module. If you simply say import TensorFlow, the entire TensorFlow library will be imported to you. But there is a lot of space it will be utilized. All these are imported into your RAM memory. Okay. So don't worry. It is going to be, I think already it has been opened this one. Okay, leave it. Does not matter with that. So what is my point here is, instead of importing the entire library completely, import only the functions or classes, whatever you require. From math, import which is square root. Only that one only imported. Previously I have shown, import datetime. But again, datetime is having another class. So instead of that one, we can do like this actually, guys. From datetime, it is going to be import which is a datetime. Don't get confused. Here datetime is a class. Here datetime is a module. This is a class actually, guys. It's a class. It is a module. So first we have to create an object of the class, and then we have to access it actually. It's a class actually, not a function. It is a class. It is not a function. We cannot directly call it. We have to create an object and then we have to call it. Slowly we'll understand it, guys. No worries about that. Now have a look at this. Up to now, we have to say m dot square root only, m dot square root of 100. But if we write square root of 100, it is not going to work actually, guys. That's why what we have to do is we can do like this also actually, guys. Generally, for math library, we don't do it, guys, because math library is a very small library. It's a very, very small library, guys. It is from math. It is from math import, which is going to be square root. Only that square root is important, guys. Now you can say what simply we can say square root of 100. See, previously square root of 100 is not working. You can find a clear difference, guys. Square root of 100 is not working, but here square root of 100 is going to be working actually, guys. Why? Because I have been imported only and only this particular function only. Remaining functions I didn't import it. Importing is nothing but, guys, internally the code is executed and ready to execute. You can call the functions because internal source code will be given to you. Directly they don't give the executable code. They'll give only the source code only. So internally the source code will be executed and we can call the functions. What are the functions you want to call it? So that is going to be all about this modules actually, guys. Concept is simple. Concept is simple, but there is going to be a very useful concept. So when you see the features of Python actually, guys, whenever we are talking about the features of Python, I have been discussed about this. Python is going to comes with a very huge inbuilt library. Huge inbuilt library actually, guys. Why we are calling it as a huge inbuilt library? Python is all about calling the functions only. Python is all about creating the objects from the class. All of them are going to be available as a huge library in the Python actually, guys. So which libraries we are going to use in our machine learning actually, guys? Mainly, our main concentration is on different libraries, guys. So we will learn NumPy. We will learn pandas. We will learn which is going to be matplotlib. I'll tell you guys for what purpose they'll use this. Matplotlib. We are going to be using Seaborn. We are already have given some list ones, but again I'm talking about Seaborn, which are going to be, we are having a bouquet. We are having a library called as an Plotly. We are having a library called as an sklearn. We are going to be having something called as a TensorFlow, or we are going to be having which is going to be PyTorch. There are so many are there actually, guys. I cannot say that it is going to be only these libraries only we are going to use this. But specifically for machine learning, these are going to be the libraries what we are going to use it, guys. SciPy, which is going to be something called as an text blob. All these are the different libraries, guys. I'll just give you an idea. NumPy and SciPy is basically for all the numerical calculations actually, guys. Numerical calculations. NumPy stands for numerical Python. SciPy stands for scientific Python. Pandas is basically used for data manipulation, data analysis. It is a data manipulation, data analysis library, guys. Matplotlib, Seaborn, Bouquet, Plotly, they are basically used for visualization. Even there are so many are there. sklearn is basically used for ML. TensorFlow, PyTorch is going to be used for deep learning. NLTK is going to be used for NLP. NLP and the text blob is also used for NLP related concepts actually, guys. Like that, Keras is going to be one library. Even Keras is also for which is going to be used for Keras, which is going to be used for deep learning applications. Like that, for every option we are having a library, guys. But who contributed these libraries, guys? Not by the Python community. See, guys, SciPy. Scientific Python actually, guys. It's called as a scientific Python. You can see that SciPy dot, which is going to be something like a .org. It is going to be scipy.org, open sources only, guys. If you see this, see the screen, guys. Fundamental algorithms, which is going to be broadly applicable, foundational, open sources. See, first of all, fundamental algorithm for scientific computing in Python. A fundamental algorithm for scientific computing in Python. Same application I'll open for NumPy also actually, guys. See the numpy.org, guys. This is numpy.org. See the differences, guys. See it, guys. Almost all the website is going to be looking exactly the same only. Same as it is, guys. Slightly different. If you see fundamental algorithms here in the NumPy, powerful n-dimensional arrays, the fundamental package for scientific computing in Python, fundamental algorithm for scientific computing in Python. Same thing, guys. Almost all it is same thing. Same thing. See, SciPy and NumPy both appears to be the same only what we can see it actually. Only the name and the symbol has been changed, but remaining all appearance is going to be looking like exactly the same. Look and feel appearance is the same. The template is the same. Let me go to pandas. This is going to be in another library, guys. Pandas. These are all contributed by a third party. It's a third party community, guys. It's not developed by Python community. Every library is going to be contributed. These are the contributions to the Python actually, guys. Can you see? This is matplotlib. You can open as many you can open it actually, guys. Open, which is going to be caras dot, which is IO. It is caras.io actually, guys. It's a caras library. Mostly powerful basically for deep learning application they use us actually, guys. Keras is basically for the deep learning related application there are going to be gets users. NLTK. NLTK is a very huge library basically for natural language processing. NLTK, Natural Language Toolkit. It's a natural language toolkit, mostly used for NLP related applications, what we'll use, which is going to be text blob, which is going to be something called as a text blob. This is going to be another library, what we can do it actually, guys. Okay, for just a small examples I can tell you, guys. It is nothing is going to be there. Just a small examples, what we can tell you, what I can tell you about that. Okay, for example, I want to do some correction. Actually, okay, I'm not doing that because I don't want to work here now. I have to install this library separately. All these libraries, some of the libraries comes along with the Anaconda Python. Some of them we have to install. Don't worry, I'll tell you how to install the packages. So this is all about how we are going to be gets working with the libraries. So many are there. sklearn. sklearn is going to be basically used for our machine learning. A very popular the package, the Python package, basically for machine learning applications. We'll see them. So can you see it is built on NumPy, SciPy, and Matplotlib. Using NumPy, SciPy, and Matplotlib only, this scikit-learn has been got done. A machine learning in Python, we can do it actually, guys. Like that, for every library, we are going to be, these are packages actually, guys. It's a packages. It is available as a folder in your system actually, SciPy, which is going to be available as a folder in your system actually, guys. Okay, so just only thing you have to study is what is the package, how to import the package, and what are the functions, what are the classes that are available. If you know how to utilize them, that is going to be sufficient for you guys. Okay, so that is all about this particular application, guys. And that's it for this particular about the modules concept. Anyhow, concept is done, but we are going to be every day, we are going to use these modules, guys. Every day you have to import in, guys. Don't think that just if you import it for today, that is sufficient. Every day when you open a new notebook, compulsory, we have to do it actually, guys. Okay, so that is going to be all about this application. So everything is ready, guys. Now we'll do one thing, guys. Just for today, I'm just ending up the session here for today. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards, I'm going to start with the first module, what we are going to call it as an array module actually, guys. Array is a module. 15-20 minutes it will take it actually, 20 maybe half an hour, not more than that. First I'll tell you about what is array module, and then we are going to start with the first and most important library called as, which is going to be NumPy. What we can do with the NumPy, what exactly we do, what type of operations we can do, why we have to learn NumPy, all these things we'll see the applications, guys. Okay, so tomorrow I'll start with, guys. Tomorrow I'm going to start with. But before going to the NumPy, we have something called as an arrays are there. First, I'll tell you about the arrays. So we'll see the array module. Array module is a part of Python module only, guys. It's a Python module only. It is not a third party. It is it's a default built-in module only. First, I'll work with the arrays, and after that, I'll go to this particular the NumPy library. We'll see it in the next class, actually, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class. I'll just stopping it for today, guys. We have a time. But I just want to start it at the tomorrow session. I'll start with them. But remaining, just understand the libraries, guys, and just hardly 14, some around 15 libraries we use it, guys. Don't by heart them. Automatically, we can easily remember. See, I can remember it, guys. SciPy, NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, okay, Seaborn. We are having a bouquet. We are having something called as an like a Plotly, and we are having sklearn, Keras, all this, because we start working with that, no, we can easily remember those applications actually, guys. Okay, so that is going to be all about how we are going to be gets working with this particular so-called as an the basic libraries, guys. So many libraries are there, but all libraries we don't require, guys. Why? Because we are not doing it, not doing any socket programming or not developing any gaming applications. For example, if you want to develop the games, I was not known about this, guys. I don't know about them. So how to develop the games? Let us say that I can say that what are the gaming development packages in Python actually, guys? So Pygame or something is there actually, guys. So it is going to be gaming libraries or gaming packages in Python, if you say actually, guys. What are the packages which we use for gaming actually, guys? So these are going to be some of the, these are going to be there. Pygame, okay, Kiwi, which is going to be something like Panda 3D. These are the some of the libraries which we use it for gaming applications. They develop it actually, guys. So we don't learn these libraries, guys. Who learns all these one? They will be developed by, they will be used by the gaming development people, the users actually, guys. Okay. So Python is going to be a general purpose language. You can use it for any purpose we can use. Python gaming development libraries. These are the different libraries are there. Panda 3D. We are going to be working with pandas actually, guys. This is Panda 3D. It is going to be pandas 3D in the Python actually, guys. Open that. You can find it off actually. So you can develop the gaming applications by using this particular Panda 3B, the Panda 3D libraries. We can use it actually, guys. That's it. So there will be some functions will be there. Just we have to install it and we have to work with that particular application. That's it. No need to do anything actually, guys. Nothing to do anything. First you have to install it. And then after that, there is going to be just some kind of a general preparation is there and running your program. See how to install it actually, guys. Yesterday I told you now. We do simple. Any library is going to be installed by using pip install only. Apart from that, nothing is going to be done. Anything is done by pip install. Pip install, and we have to do it actually, guys. So there are going to be some kind of an examples are there. Installing the Pandas 3D on the Windows. For example, I'm installing on the Windows. So there is going to be some options are going to be there. We can do with an installation actually, guys. That's it. Otherwise, we can also do the installation actually, guys. So they will do some kind of an installations and they are going to be doing this actually. So don't worry, we are not interested with that, but there are going to be some kind of a settings are there. So those settings will be done, but we don't do it actually. We don't do it actually, guys, because we are not working into this kind of an applications. We are not working with them. Okay. Leave it, does not matter with that. So that's an ideas. If you want to do the web development, network protocols, we are having a different libraries which we can work with them actually, guys. Okay. So that's it all about for the today's class, guys. So just for today, I'll stop it here and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class. From tomorrow, guys, I'll start with my regular classes, and from tomorrow's class, you will be having a class from almost till 9:10, 9:15 and start the class, guys. Up to 10:30, we'll be having the sessions. Okay. So that's it about my today's class. And anybody has, guys, who has been joined for the today's class, if you have any questions, you can feel free to discuss. I can just answer your questions if you have any doubts. Or anyone, guys, any questions if you have, you can just discuss. Unmute yourself and you can speak. Or you can post it in the chat window if you have any problem with your mic. Nobody? Somebody has joined for the today's class, no? Like Ashwini or Babi, do you have any questions? Yes.
Sir,
Yeah,
one line if statement and one line else statements.
What? Repeat it. Can you repeat it? One line.
One line if statement and one line else statements, sir.
Okay, so in single line you want to write an if and else if statements.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we have it actually. It's generally we don't use it, but same like I told in the comprehensions topic, no, the same way we have to use it actually. Single line if statement we can write it, but only simple if statements only we can write, but not a complex if statements.
In that we don't need to follow indentation, sir.
In that when you put it in single line, indentation is not required. No, Even in first statement also, you remember we didn't use any indentations.
Hmm.
Okay. Otherwise, I'll show you on the maybe in the next class. I'll show you once.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Right. Yes. Yeah, Ashwini. We'll cover. There is nothing like a mini project actually. See, I told you. Actually, the thing is, learning a machine learning is somewhat different actually, guys. It's not like learning some programming languages. Generally, maybe if you learn some programming languages, so they may be teaching you with a small data set like student ID, student name, course fees. That is not sufficient actually. So here, in every algorithm we are going to be learning, for every algorithm we are going to be learning, we do some kind of a case study. We are going to do that. Like a case study only. Every example is going to be a case study. Every algorithm is going to be a case study actually. So you can say that everything is going to be like a one project only. There is nothing like we first of all learn on some basic data and after that we'll implement it. Every algorithm itself is going to be one kind of a project itself. So everything is a mini project. Everything is going to be a case studies. We are going to do that. So there is nothing like we are going to work with a small data sets. We'll work with the real data sets only. How to get the real data sets also I'll tell you. Nowadays, there are a lot of public domains are there. From the public domains, we can get the real data sets actually. So absolutely, for every algorithm, we work with the real data sets only. We are going to be working with them. Okay. So I can just show you some data sets. We don't work with employees data or something like a student's data. We don't work like this actually, guys. We'll be having some kind of a real data sets only. We have it actually. Like for example, I'll show you something like a data set called as which is going to be a credit data set is there. So this is a kind of a data set which is going to belongs to a banking data set actually. So we have the data set. It's not like a small data set, see, which is going to be a very large data set only. We are having it actually more number of columns, more number of rows. It's all real data sets only. We can't prepare it manually. Nobody can sit on the system and they can't prepare all this data manually. Some part of the data which we have been collected from the real world, and some companies are also even contributing the data sets also. So we are going to be working with that actually. Okay. So see, this is the data. You have multiple domains are there. We have a multiple different domains are there. See, all these are the real data sets only. It's not going to be something like which are going to be the stocks data set. If you see, these are all going to be some kind of a different company stocks data set actually. So their particular stock prices from various years, we can see the data actually. So this is the data. So starting from 3rd January 2000 up to that particular data, you can see it actually. Up to 30th April 2022, we have the data actually. So all these are real data sets only. Real data sets means the real world data only. So see what is going to be the date, what is the symbol, series. Okay, we know that now. We are not in the experts, but equity shares, we'll call it now, guys. We see the terminology. What is the previous close, what is open, what is the high, what is the low, what is the last day, what is the closing day, what is the volume, what is the turnover it has been got taken place. All that kind of an information will be available here now. Okay, so this is all kind of a real data sets only, which we are going to be working with that. But there are public data set. Everybody can access that particular data sets actually. Okay, so that's it, right? Fine, guys. Any more? Any questions anymore? Right, guys. So guys, hope all of you are fine with the today's discussion. So just for today, I'll stop it here. And tomorrow I'll see you at the same time, guys, who has been joined for the today's class. So please attend the tomorrow's class also, guys, so that you can just continue for a couple of classes. And after that, if you're interested to take up the course, then you can complete your registration process. Okay. Remaining, guys, already I told you, so please complete your registration process as soon as possible so that you can get the access to the drive videos and all these materials, all these things will get the access, guys. Okay. So thank you for today, guys. Just for today, I'll stop it here and we'll continue in the tomorrow's class, guys. All right. Thank you all of you guys.